being feels more like it's everything. It's like the mind's referring to it's to do with the mind. The mind's referring to an image or a whatever, it's contracted.
Yeah. We cannot say, I do not exist. I mean, you could say it, but it would be a lie. Because you'd have to be there to say it. You'd have to exist to say, I do not exist. So it would be a lie. Yeah. The being. Am I experiencing being? Life. Am I alive? Am I experiencing life? Am I experiencing being? Now, if you're not sure about that, yeah, let's compare, am I experiencing being with, am I experiencing I? What the fuck is I? Honestly, what the hell's I? Compared to being, being.
Maybe you could say that being is what the I has.
Sorry, Lizzie, say that again, honey.
Being is what the I does.
Being is what the I does.
Yeah.
Does.
Yeah, or what the I is, actually, I suppose.
Does it sound more reasonable that the I is the being as opposed to I just stands alone? I. You're right, Lizzie. The I is the being. It is the being. But the I, we take to be the me. That's the error right there. Yeah. What you actually are, what you are actually experiencing right here, right now is being. You're experiencing being. You're not experiencing an I as such. Is the I the being? Yes, but the being is palpable, like you're alive. Life, you're alive. Being. And the mistake that we've made our whole life is that we believe the being is the meing. And it's not. It's not. The being is what we're looking for. Indeed, it's the being that's doing the looking. It's the being that's doing the inquiring. It's the being that sees. It's the being that hears, tastes, touches, and smells. It's the being. Yeah.
And Terry, it seems to be that it's the being that's doing this. It's the me who recognizes that it's doing all that. And that kind of move from the being doing it and then the me recognizing, instead of the me doing and the me recognizing, always this outward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've always got a 180 degree around the wrong way, Lizzie.
Yeah.
We always have. Yeah. Anytime you get confused or you're kind of not quite sure, just pause, stop, pause, and see if you can do a 180 degree turn from the way you're currently either experiencing or looking or thinking, or try and do a 180 degree turnaround. Yeah.
It's that turnaround that, well, for me, that seems to be, you know, where the main issue is, because as soon as the being happens, there's an objectification of it.
Yeah.
And then you get mistaken about what's going on.
True, but the only thing that's doing that is mind.
Yes.
That's all.
But mind has taken this position rather out from the main scene, and thinks it's now going to reflect back.
Yep.
So that you can see what's happening thanks to the mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it reckons it's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's so deceptive. It's so deceptive.
Yes, very. But you know, this taking positions like that, even within yourself, where you can actually even feel that, you know, you're emerging, taking this position so that you can see what's going on. That's a habit that I then produce throughout my whole life.
So it's like we've got seemingly two states. One is just all about mind and thoughts and the inner dream world that we live in. That's one state. Okay. And the other state is being, conscious, aware, here, now, alive, being. Now, one of these states is real and one's completely false. And the one that's completely false is the one that's saying it's completely true. Yeah. So it's and this beingness that I'm referring to, mind can't grasp it. It doesn't know it. Yeah. Just at some point, back in the past, back in time, at some point, mind has grabbed hold of the concept of being and claimed it, hijacked it. Now it's calling the being the meing. Me is being. No, it ain't. Me's nothing but a fucking concept. Yeah. So it's like, where do you want to live? You want to live in the fucking nightmare where we've always lived? Do you want to stay living in there? Or do you want to start recognizing being, consciousness, awareness, here-ness, experiencing all the senses, all at the one time? Boom, open, here, now. Where do you want to keep living? So this being that we've called the me, it's like the being is the destination. But can anybody here say, I am not being? We're already being. Already being. already fully conscious, fully aware, fully here, experiencing the world through the portals of the senses, experiencing the world. What a beautiful thing.